Women don't get equal pay as men at the workplace and lack adequate representation in public life, say a group of modern suffragettes. And they now want to raise the issue with the Welsh Government through a new survey.
International Women's Day in Cardiff, and hundreds of women and men take to the streets to mark the occasion. It's a day for many different organizations to get their message out. Among them, a group of 6 women dressed as suffragettes. They're sponsored by the Unite Trade Union, and they're asking over 400 people to answer questions for a survey about working conditions for women in the 21st century. They want to submit the findings to the Welsh Government in the hope that it will lead to further action. They believe that women fought for the right to vote and now need to know how to use it effectively.
We still don't have equal pay. Women only get about 3/4 what men get. So the last 3 months of the year we're basically working for nothing. In addition to that, women traditionally are assumed to have greater responsibilities in the home. So women are left to juggle their childcare responsibilities with their work responsibilities. And unless they have grandparents living locally who can give them a hand, it is extremely difficult to maintain your presence in the workforce.
Women are not equally represented at higher levels within society. Women prime ministers, women ministers. If you look at the television, see the politicians speaking, it's all male faces. And time and time again we have men who are giving opinions all the time. Women have opinions, they need to be heard.
The women add that the Westminster government's tranche of cuts have affected women's lives, the childcare expenses, the cost of living, as well as the ability to work full-time.
I grew up in a mining community that was scarred by the miners' strike, and during that period of when I was 14 and 15, what stood out to me is that how strong the women became in terms of mobilising together to make sure that there was enough food on the table, that the children were still well fed and looked after, and that was about solidarity and a natural sense of community, and that's sort of formed my sort of beliefs further on. I became active in work, I worked full time, but I became a union rep, I was elected, and then I got more involved, and there was a clear link between the politics of the day and the trade union movement. I suppose there's a strong sense of social justice running in me simply because of witnessing the miners' strike.
The modern suffragettes draw inspiration from a rich history of women participating in labour movements in Wales. While they don't expect the government to sit up and take notice immediately, they hope to empower women to challenge these cuts and raise their concerns to the authorities.